Well, well, doing a little audio test before we go live. Who's ready for a Funcast Live?
Woo!
You!
Oh, Kyle's ready.
I hear a Kyle, I hear a Cameron. Let's hear Dima, Hillary, and Ashley say a little something.
Well, I coughed into the
Hello?
microphone. Is that enough?
Hello. Yeah, just keep talking into the microphone.
1, 2, 3.
Pizza pocket.
Pizza pocket. What is it? You don't know, but you'll see.
All right, I dare say we're ready to do this thing. So you guys all set?
I think so.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move it over to our main cam. What's up, everybody? Happy Funcast Live.
Hey.
Who do we got here? We got Hillary,
Hello.
Ashley,
Hey.
Kyle,
Hello.
Dima,
Social distancing. Can't touch my hands.
Cameron.
Can't touch my hands. This is weird.
I'm going to do the full-on opening. I just want to make sure everything was working, but I think we're doing pretty good today compared to our audio issues before. I did go to a quick college course this afternoon to figure this all out, so I'm all set.
Wow.
What's up, fanatics, and welcome to episode 142 of the Funko Funcast, the only official Funko podcast, recording this week live from multiple remote locations. We're practicing social distancing like many of you, but didn't want to miss any opportunities to podcast. Hashtag Funko Family at Home. I am your host, Sully. Anybody else?
This is
You're
Hillary.
going to have to tell us.
Ashley?
Should we go alphabetically?
Yes, we'll start with Ashley.
All right, it's Ashley from work. Hi.
Cameron.
This is Cameron.
Dima.
This is Dima.
Hillary.
Hey, it's Hillary.
And KP.
Jello.
So with any luck, we have solved our audio issues, and we're bringing you guys a good quality stream this week, free of any 10-minute intro while we play around with sound issues. It's a very, very big day for us. We got a lot planned for you today, but I wanted to kick it off with something very special that I don't know if all y'all know, but today is Nathan Fillion's birthday. So happy birthday,
Oh
Nathan
my
Fillion.
God.
I've always been wondering.
All right, should we all just
Wow.
hang up?
He's
That's
with
So
us.
that Sully can call Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, I'm
Yes,
gonna
seriously.
dial him in real quick if that's cool with you guys. No. One thing we did before kicking things off today was take to Twitter and ask you guys if you had any questions for us during the Funcast. So definitely want to take an opportunity to start answering some of those. We've got 9 that I've picked from Twitter already. Oh, look at Dima.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah,
He's
Sorry,
here.
He's a
Nathan,
guest.
Nathan Fillion
here.
is here.
It's Dima
Wow.
Fillion.
That is quite a look.
Hello, Sully.
Oh my God.
Well played, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Quite the
Thank you for the
contribution.
shout out.
Thing is
At
getting
least you didn't do
weirder
that
and
creepy
weirder.
thing with the paper where you cut out and put your mouth through there.
Oh
That always-
my
Oh, I should have
God.
done that.
That
Don't
always
do it.
wigs me out.
No.
Don't do that.
You've got time, Dima. Do it.
So I
Get
all I
to
do.
a printer.
I handpicked 9 amazing Twitter questions, and we're going to do 3 now, and then we'll come back and get to the other 6 later. It's a shame we lost Dima. R.I.P. Dima.
I had to release my cat.
Oh, there he is. All right, first tweet I'm going to
My
put up
cat
on the
was demanding.
screen. From Angelica, who is at 11 Owls. She said, I've been baking and trying new recipes a lot while home. Any of the Funcast try baking, cooking, anything new? If so, what? Let's do the alphabetical order thing. I like that. So, Ashley, how about you?
As far as baking and cooking goes, no, because I don't do that anyways. So I've been eating a lot of eggs.
I hope you're cooking those. All
I'm cooking those, but nothing new.
right, Cameron?
Just been kind of, more than actually eating regularly. I feel like we can get so busy at times that I'll forget. So that's kind of a step up for me. But I will say just kind of having the ability to like quickly make lunch at home and just like, even if it's just noodles or something, is very nice. But I do have plans to make some stuff over the weekend. So
Oh,
see. Yeah.
I hope we see some photos of that.
You may.
All right, moving on to the man inside the pizza sweater. Dima, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm kind of terrible at cooking. I tried to hard boil some eggs and I almost burned down the kitchen once. And
It's true.
so I can't cook. That's very true. Another time I removed the glass dish out of the oven and it exploded on me. So I'm highly traumatized from cooking. So I can't cook. I refuse.
I would
Those
watch.
are literally the 2 times he's tried.
Don't try
2
for the
out of
third.
2, bad.
You may not
But I
walk
have
away.
my pizza, so I got my
Yeah,
pizza.
can you talk about your sweatshirt for a second?
Yeah, what's
What is
going on
that?
Sure.
What
It's
you
a-
got
Oh,
there?
now you will. Now you will.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a
but-
pizza. You can
Okay.
get a pizza in it.
That's
That's it. The mystery is
Oh.
solved.
Oh my gosh.
No
Okay,
questions.
so
That
let's
was-
go back a second. What kind of pizza is that
It's kind of
in there?
business, probably.
That is
not
the
bad.
best.
The chat's like, that was
the best
rad.
build up.
Is that
Some
why you wouldn't
vegetables on
show
it.
us before?
Yeah.
I didn't want to get it cold.
It's
But
the
no,
same kind
it's
of
vegetable
technology they use in that cool thing that they put the pizzas in when they deliver it to your house so it stays warm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually NASA technology.
I feel like Domino's should
Wow.
be giving those away as part of a promotional item. All right, Hillary, how about you? Any cooking?
Yeah, just kind of regular cooking. Baked some salmon last night. I haven't been baking anything. I don't normally bake. I'm not a big baker, but I do want to make my own pizza again. I used to do that pretty regularly, so I may try to venture out and get some ingredients.
And it's delicious.
And you have a
Thank you.
pocket made just for that.
The pizza I make is kind of like it's hard to eat with your hands because I do it with like not traditional flours. So it's like an almond flour or like a cauliflower pizza. So it's a little bit better with a fork and knife.
Remember when you made the crust once where it was so dry that you would suck the moisture out of your mouth and you had to like cough while you're eating it?
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
like you wanted
awful.
the experiment. We're like,
Yeah, that
"Make
was
some
the
water."
first time. That was the first time I ever tried to make. It was like coconut and almond flour crust, and I found a really bad recipe. It like it was somehow like sponged all the moisture out of your mouth while you were eating it. It was
Ugh.
horrible.
You dehydrate it. You have to rehydrate it when you're in space to eat it.
It's like you had to eat it like a pill. You had to just take a sip of water as you were eating it.
How about you, Kyle? Any cooking?
Not so much cooking, but our friends moved out of town and we inherited their kombucha set.
Ooh,
And so we've been
whoa.
experimenting, which is what I'm drinking. And
Kombucha
I was
king.
Yeah, and as I was, many of you may not realize it, but I give Cameron all sorts of nicknames like Cam Marino, Jean-Claude Van Cam, and I got excited today because it's like a Cambuchin.
That's amazing.
It's an honor.
You're welcome.
I'm just
Yeah,
making
it's
a
pretty good.
quick update on the screen based on what you just said, and there you go. Cam's name has been updated to Jean-Claude Van Cam.
Thanks.
Thank you. Wow. Wow.
Listen.
Welcome.
You're
Oh
big
my
person.
God. Should I? I'm gonna leave on a high note.
For me, it's all about that air fryer life, baby. I got one
Ooh.
about a month, 6 weeks ago, and it has been an amazing addition. So anytime I have leftover pizza or chicken wings or anything like that, not leftover chicken wings, but just fresh chicken wings, they go right in the air fryer. It's been marvelous. I keep meaning to try some healthy recipes, but that has yet to happen. I had a good
We'll find
recipe
something.
for a grilled cheese you could do in the air fryer. I think I'm gonna try that over the weekend.
Yeah, I heard someone said, I can't remember where I heard this, but someone said something like when you're stay at home, every day's Thanksgiving,
Mm.
Eh.
I know it feels like every day feels like Christmas Day right now.
right? So diets don't matter anymore.
Yeah.
You're basically like eating a turkey leg at 8 a.m. and it's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no,
Are
no
you
one's
guys-
watching, so.
Are you guys like as maybe a personal question? Are you guys like putting on jeans and stuff? Like, are you wearing sweats only? Or are you like wearing real clothes?
I
No,
wear real clothes.
This is
every
my
day.
jeans, my dress pants.
I'm wearing jeans right now. I've been
saw,
wearing jeans every day.
a tweet on Twitter that someone referred to jeans as hard pants. and,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm going to call jeans now.
Hard
Honestly,
pants.
I am only wearing hard pants because I want to make sure that I can still fit into the
Yeah,
hard
that's
pants.
fair.
So it's like a good
Yeah.
indication of what's happening.
It's your
to my
gauge,
body.
your tape measure.
Yes.
I love it. All right, great.
I'm still getting ready like a normal day. Like I would
Yeah,
walk
same
out
here.
the door,
That's-
and I feel like
today.
What are you trying to prove, Cameron?
Yeah,
I no, it's not about sending a message to anyone but myself.
Cameron,
Yeah.
do you go in your car and you sit there for half an hour without going anywhere, just like
Pretending to drive.
I do, and sometimes it'll take me a little longer, and I'll just be like, "Oh, traffic was horrible."
traffic. Sorry.
Oh, wow. Anyway, what's going on?
I just like to think that everyone is like in the video chats for work and stuff. Everyone's really dressed up, but they're all wearing like shorts or no pants on like the bottom half.
I did that with the
Kyle
meeting
did
yesterday with Hillary. I did the same. I did that yesterday. I told her though, so it wasn't weird.
Ooh. I think it's time to
You're
implement the
wearing a
first.
button-down shirt.
Moving on.
I like scrambled to find like a non-wrinkled button-down shirt.
I think one of us should have worn the exact same thing in every live we do over the course of however many weeks this
Oh my
lasts.
God. That might happen.
Yeah.
I might do that. All right, thanks Angelica for that first question. Our next question from Twitter comes from Casey, who says, which item and only one flavor would you want available year-round from either like a seasonal flavored Oreo or a Girl Scout cookie? And Casey says, my choice is Samoa's Girl Scout cookies. And
Yeah.
thanks, Funcast. Thank you, Casey. All right, Ashley, what you got?
For Girl Scouts, I like the shortbread a lot, so I would say that. Oreos, I'm fine with just like regular Oreos, but I like the thin ones.
Jean-Claude Van Cam?
Full name.
I can hear the sticker mule order being placed right now. Let's see, for Girl Scout cookies, big Tagalongs fan, big Samoa's fan. But beyond that, like I don't really follow tons of like seasonal flavors all that much. I guess like the pumpkin flavors coming back to like Starbucks and peppermint coming around the holidays is like kind of as close as I get to that.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Dima?
I mean, we could go wild card with it and say like, let's bring the McRib back year round.
Nice. I like pumpkin spice latte.
Do you get that when you're in LA?
When I'm in LA, I drink my pumpkin spice latte. I also like Samoa's cookies. Those are really good. The coconut one, Girl Scout cookies. Everybody knows I'm weak to those. So I can do pretty much anything for those cookies. Unfortunately, it's my weakness.
She uses that to entice you to do chores around the house?
Yes.
As long as you're not cooking, clearly. We can't have that. We don't want any deaths.
No. Explosions.
Explosions.
Explosions. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Bad dad jokes are at the end, folks. Hillary.
I'm a huge fan of Thin Mints, but I'm gonna say that I am a really big fan of the staying seasonality and not going full year round because I think it makes it special. And if Thin Mints were available all year round, I may get tired of them. And I like just trying to wolf down 3 or 4 boxes in like the few weeks that I can. I don't know. There's something just really fun about
Yeah,
that.
and Girl Scouts got shortchanged this year.
Totally. I still ate 3 full boxes of Thin Mints, but I could have used 3 more.
Yeah.
Just gotta watch those hard pants. How about you, Kyle?
I know.
I side with Cameron in that I don't necessarily pick one, but I think one that at least Hillary and or Dima might appreciate is I get pickled garlic from
so good.
So
What Girl Scouts are you talking to?
When I go visit my folks back in upstate New York, they have access to spicy pickled garlic. And so for me, it's seasonal in that I only get it during the summer when I go home. And if you wanted to apply that to a Girl Scout cookie, I'm all for it because I did have some leftovers in the fridge that I was smashing last night and putting them on little crackers. And that was a new development and how tasty that was. But they were probably not meant to be eaten as they were months and months old. But
I'm sure you're fine, man.
I'm not worried about it. That's the whole point of pickling, right?
How's the timing situation? Good.
I was gonna say if Kyle has to make a quick exit
it's
from the
fine.
podcast, we know what's going on.
Which
Which direction is the bathroom from your
Yeah.
camera?
We're good. We're good.
I don't know if they're seasonal or not, but for me, it's those red velvet Oreos because I can't seem to find them all the time, but they are delicious.
Nice.
And when it comes to the Girl Scout cookies, I like the peanut butter ones, the Sammys.
So
Those are good.
question, isn't red velvet just red colored chocolate?
Oh no,
How dare you?
No, sir.
How dare you?
No,
There's
sir.
a whole
Somebody
how
look it
dare
up.
you.
I know that's a hot take, but if
I'm
anybody
muting you,
wants to
Kyle.
look it up,
Two traditional Oreo cookies with a slab of icing in the center that is now red velvet flavored, sir.
all right.
Also,
All right, I'm
doesn't
gonna have to look
red
it up.
velvet cake have like cream cheese frosting?
Yeah, it's always cream cheese.
I think there might be some cream cheese involved in this. I don't know. It tastes wonderful.
You're like, I'm not a cream cheese expert, but
It's-
I do play
yeah.
one on TV.
It's no pickled garlic, but I sure like it. All right, another great question there from Casey. Thank you, Casey. And our final one for this round comes from someone who could attend ChrisCon, Chris Mazzacampo, who asks, what would be your fictional weapon of choice to fight off zombies during the apocalypse? Which, based on the number of questions we got about the apocalypse, people seem to think that's happening. We're not there yet, y'all. But you never
Don't
hurts
say
to
yet.
prepare. Ashley,
Yeah.
what would your weapon of choice be?
I would go with like a sawed-off shotgun or like a machete.
Just no fooling around at all.
Yeah, just
One in each hand.
yeah. There you go.
Mr. Van Cam?
My gosh. Wow. I mean, could it be like a fictional thing, not just like a
Sure.
gun or a knife or something? So I think it'd be fun to have the ability to just like take cartoon, like Looney Tunes style antics to it, where you could like draw a fake tunnel or like draw a hole and it's
Nice.
real. Like that kind of stuff would be pretty fun to take to a zombie apocalypse.
I like it. You're playing more of the escape strategy than the fight strategy.
I'm playing to the audience.
I'm looking for 2 seasons out of this baby. Right?
Yeah.
That's you, Dima?
Pitchfork with a 4 chainsaws duct tape to it.
There
Easy.
you go.
Easy. Take it right out. No problem. No questions asked.
Hillary?
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go with. Have you guys ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yes.
Okay.
Watch the movie.
Yes. 42.
Okay, well, I think it's in the movie, but there's an empathy gun, so when you shoot someone with it, they feel
They
how
get
you
sad.
feel. So like then it makes them not want to attack you anymore because they feel exactly what you feel and what you're going through. So that's what I would want.
KP?
I'm gonna go with like a really exaggerated elephant gun that kind of just the
Like a
real
musket.
like yeah,
Yeah.
but the end of
Yeah.
it's just really
Oh,
wide.
Kyle, let's team up, man.
Dude, we got this cartoon apocalypse all day.
Just dropping
And it shoots cannonballs and it
Yeah.
goes through the barrel and
I'd watch that show.
Yeah.
I decided after years and years of research watching movies and television shows that Michonne has it right because you don't have to reload an awesome samurai sword, so that would be my weapon of choice. I'd have those just spread throughout the house. And if I go anywhere, I'm taking like 5 with me because, I mean, if one breaks, I got 4 more in backup. And they're light.
Oh my God.
Going to the chat, we had some good suggestions. I saw Mega Man Blaster. I
Nice.
saw
That's a good one.
someone said Dima creative weapon. Well done. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of liking Dima's choice. Somebody said I'll take a heavy machine gun.
Ooh.
Flamethrower,
it's-
says
The
Sabrina.
question says fictional weapon. So it could be like, I mean, gun is a great choice, obviously, but like, what
How about
gotta be other
how about
culture weapons?
a fist with a tiny fist coming out of it so you can?
jump in front of
Did
me.
you just punch a cat? What
Perfect.
happened?
We have Panthers here. What?
Just
Tiger
grab
King
it.
over there.
Yeah, I just went right past the fictional part. Now I'm seeing lightsaber. Was that a cat? Flamethrowers. Thanos' double-bladed weapon. Lightsaber
Like-
again.
Any magical wands from Harry Potter would be pretty legit.
That would
Yeah.
be-
Baymax's armor suit? Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Ooh.
A Tesla flamethrower. A specific brand. Okay. A potato gun. Not fictional, but
Ooh.
I'd really have to question the...
But if you're hungry,
Work with what you got. Potato gun,
Someone
little
said
spud
Chewie's
shooter.
crossbow. That's a good one, too. All right. I'm going to take that one down. Thank you for that question, Chris.
Oh, did you say cheese crossbow?
Chewy's crossbow. I mean,
Oh,
if you want to shoot
Cheese-
cheese at
cheese
zombies,
crossbow.
I thought it was
Cheese
like a baguette
crossbow.
crossbow. He shoots baguettes.
it's like you're trying to get the mice to come in and help you. You shoot the cheese, and then they take the zombies out. Sure, whatever.
There you go.
I like
Pretty
that.
nice.
I'd watch
What if,
that
like-
Pixar show.
What if the Ninja Turtles, the pizza
yeah.
thrower,
Yeah.
that tank?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's
I don't want to
great.
waste pizzas. Like, I would rather stand in front of the truck and have the pizzas delivered into my.
Priorities.
A pizza
I understand, Sully.
My-
To my pizza hole.
I mean,
Totally.
that's what goes in there most. So,
Moving along.
but thank you,
I-
Ashley. Saved me.
Dima, I do have a question about your sweatshirt. I'm sorry.
Yes.
When you put pizza in it, do you wash it after you put pizza in it? Between
Well, it's like no, you
Or-
let all
Do you
the
ever
everything-
forget
you
like
let
do you
everything
forget like
boil it.
chapstick?
or
Oh,
do you
no, you-
let it? Do you let a flavor kind of like over time it starts to season the pocket?
2 months, man. You
Okay.
stay there for
Oh.
2 months against my warm body, just
It's
collecting
just-
everything you
I-
can. It's like a belly button lint only on your chest.
Dima, show
I
them
think
that-
about the times that I leave gum in my pocket when it goes to the wash or like chapstick.
Ew.
But instead, it's a
Same
full
thing,
slice
same
of
thing.
pizza.
Pocket.
It's natural, okay? Nobody freak out.
I
That's
will
true.
say this. A friend of mine in middle school, her mom got really mad at her because she left a wad of silly putty in her pocket, and it
Oh,
completely ruined those pants when they went through the washer and dryer.
damn.
Like, completely. It was weird.
Don't try this at home.
Dima, will you show them like how that pizza actually works in there? Because there's like an inner pocket.
Is there a little heater?
Yeah.
No, I'm the one who's hitting it.
If there's like a heater, like an electric blanket that's just warming that pizza, I'm gonna
Well,
just
it's
need to
it's
get
like one of those like metallic things that the pizza comes in, you know, like that keeps it warm, and
Okay.
it's separate from the actual hoodie, so that it like leaves the stink and everything in there.
Leaves.
It's an option. It's an option.
I mean, that
Another
answers the
option is
question.
to remove
Yeah.
that.
Delightful.
All right, I'm going to move this
That's
along.
great.
Just a
No,
reminder.
don't move it along. What are you doing?
No, I'm doing. I'm dragging y'all with me one way or another. I have the mute button over here. I can just take y'all all out.
Hey,
We have things to say,
We'll get back to
like favorite type of Girl Scout cookie.
it.
click everyone. Morse code with your eyelids.
Yeah.
I didn't actually mute y'all yet.
Kyle's having a stroke. He's the only one that did that.
Jonathan Maynard says he's also seen a pizza lanyard to carry a piece on the go. I like
I've
that.
seen that before.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
nice.
need one of those.
Like a clear pocket.
That'd be great for a convention.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What are
Or
those?
Conventions. Conventions.
All right.
Remember those?
Yeah. We got a virtual one coming up. I'll get a pizza lanyard for that.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, speaking of segues, this one's going to be awkward, but
No.
go and do Fanatic
No, you
of the
don't.
Week. Yeah, I'm calling it out. You're not supposed to do that.
That's right. That's okay.
Fanatic of the Week, we got a new one for this week. It's Robbie N. His podcast or his blog post and social post went up around noon today. So if you want to see his collection, see his interview, find out how to become a Fanatic of the Week, head over to the Funko.com blog. Look for Robbie's photo. He's holding up one of those gold Freddies from Fun Days. And then read his article. And then if you would like to apply, you can take onto Twitter or Instagram and use the hashtags Fanatic of the Week and My Funko Story to apply. It's different than what we used to do, y'all. So if you think you filled out the form and you've applied, it's changed now. So follow those instructions.
He has a very, very awesome photo of Captain. Was it Captain America?
Yeah.
Or with the like helicopters in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got that shot. Is he like in the military or something? I don't know, but it's a very nice photo. So
If he
Check it out.
told you, it would be breaking national security. He can't tell you.
that's right.
All right, we're moving on to general topics, and I'm going to change up our camera focus just a little bit here for everybody. And our first general topic is a huge shout out. Does anybody want to take this one on? Maybe Hillary, Ashley?
Oh.
Oh, I don't have the paper on me.
I do,
Oh.
but
Well, we had a special achievement today.
oh,
Ooh.
Oh
I know
yeah.
what you're saying. we have hit 2 million followers on Instagram.
Yay!
Woo!
So yeah, thank you to everyone
Once you
who's
said
followed us.
achievement, then I knew what you were talking about.
I know. I was like,
I was like,
achievement
what are you talking
unlocked.
about?
What?
Dropping those sweet
Um,
hints.
I know. I was like looking at our outline, and I did not see that, but it's because it just happened. But yes,
Oh yeah,
thank you to everyone for following Original Funko on Instagram.
2
you.
million.
Woo!
And if I may, so Ashley, Sully, and the photography team just do such a great job with that. That you guys did everybody did such a great job getting that. That's a huge accomplishment. So
Teamwork, dreamwork.
Woo!
Mm.
All right, moving on to the next thing from Cameron.
Yeah. So the thank you, Sully.
That was a segue.
So official.
I know. So if you've been following along on Funko Shop, you've seen that there's a couple of things going on there, including right now we have free shipping on orders that are $40 and more. We have some deals on Wetmore Forest and some Funko Family at Home related activities like puzzles, books, and games. But next week, we have something a little different for fans who, might be on the lookout for some older exclusives, potentially maybe some convention exclusives we've found in our in stock. So I would say stay tuned to Funko Shop next week. We're going to have some hidden gems made available, and they'll be gone pretty quick. So I would say stay tuned. We'll have more news next week, and it should be pretty fun.
I like what I'm seeing in the comments. I see a lot of oohs and eyeballs and
There's some
leaky
surprising
leaks.
things coming. Like there will be some where you're like, oh, okay, cool, that's kind of recent, or maybe that's one that sold pretty quickly at a certain retailer. But there's some stuff in there that's really, I think, going to get some collectors really excited who maybe might have missed out the first time.
A lot of good positive responses in the chat. Everybody wants to know more details, but we will share those when the time is here.
And,
So.
and only a few of those items come from
Asian.
the desk. Only one or two.
I need the awkward zoom on me when I what? All right, let's go back over to Hillary for another announcement.
Yeah, so we announced it last week, but if you are in the mood or have not already seen Making Fun, the story of Funko, it is available now for a limited time to stream for free. We have a private Vimeo link that you can find on our blog or on our social channels, and there's a password which is Funko with a capital F and an exclamation point. And we have all of those details on our blog and on our social accounts. Since it's no longer on Netflix, we wanted to make that available to you guys so that you can watch it at home.
And we put I got an image up on the screen that has the password, which is Funko exclamation point. And for the URL, our mods, big shout out to Ben Feldman and Tanner. Thank you for the help. Are dropping the link in the chat on the different channels.
Perfect.
If you're on Mixer, Twitch, or YouTube, you can actually type in exclamation point Making Fun, and it will bring up the URL for you on those channels. I'm afraid Facebook and Twitter and Periscope don't allow those, but remember, exclamation
great,
point
though.
Making Fun will bring that up for you. All right, moving on to something from Ashley.
Yeah, so we still have the March Photo a Day challenge going on. We have one more day. Today is currently Funko Fashion Friday, and then we have spring cleaning tomorrow. So keep submitting. We're seeing lots of good photos there. I have noticed a lot of people kind of making comments about how it's a shorter photo a day. So we're doing that. So we're doing it every month now. So it'll be a week every month instead of doing it every quarter. So you guys actually will get more photo a day.
Some amazing submissions as always. I feel like every time we do
Yeah.
one of these, people get better at their photos and their posing and their lighting, and
Totally.
it's fun to watch for sure.
It is fun. And are you going to play the video next, Sully?
Which video's that?
About Paka Paka Madness?
I can do that for you. Are you ready?
We're ready.
We're
ready.
Where's my handy
We're
dandy
ready.
button? There it is. And boom. There it goes. There's no sound. But you want to tell us about that, Ashley?
Yeah, so we did a kind of like March Madness style bracket with some of our Paka Paka lines this week. Since March Madness was canceled, we kind of did our own take on that. And I was surprised a lot of the matchups were really close. Like we had to like, come on, a few more people vote, so it kind of goes one way or the other. But Panda ended up winning the whole shebang. So not by much though.
Shebang. I like
Nice.
that.
Who was the second runner-up?
Donut.
Classic.
Classic
donut.
donut. I honestly thought
Classic.
the egg was gonna go farther, but
I was so all in on egg.
yeah.
It made it past the first round.
I see.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fun. Thanks for everyone who participated in that. We will be, anyone who filled out the bracket will be doing some surprise and delights to some people that participated in that. So look for that.
Yeah, that was fun to see the brackets go through, and I know it brought more attention to Paka Paka. I see Dan Chambliss on Facebook says, "When can we order new Paka Paka from Funko?" I don't know about directly from Funko, but I know Amazon is currently taking pre-orders for the Twisted Treats. We just put up information on that over the last couple days. So if you're interested in getting those, there's a great place to start. And as they become available in more places, we'll for sure be sharing that.
That Twisted Treats line is so good.
Mhm.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, that's the first line out of the lines that we announced at Toy Fair that are showing up in stores. So you'll start to see the others here soon. They should be on Funko Shop here soon too.
Awesome. All right, we're going to move on to some more questions from the tweets we received earlier, and I'll be looking in the chat in case you guys have any questions. Before we do those, we will be doing a giveaway after this round of Q&A. In order
Did you
for
just pull a
you...
banana out of your pizza pocket?
You can't do that.
Shut up. No, he didn't.
This is a family show.
I need like a big sensor bar that comes across. I'll prep that for next time.
He'll go up and then go away, and I don't know where it went or where it came from.
You guys, that's
I mean,
like so.
You shouldn't
I
ask
know.
questions you don't want
So
the answer
bad.
to.
Yeah, let me just raise up my camera just a little bit more.
There
right
you
here.
go.
Now you're
Distracting.
So the
Safety
worst part is-
first.
the worst part is we know that there's a, but yeah, there it is. We just saw it.
So what?
You're making it weirder.
That's what he does. He's a pro at that. Before we get to this round of Q&A, reminder, when we do the giveaway after this, you will need to be on Mixer, Twitch, or YouTube in order to enter, just because of the randomizer tool that we're using. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on Facebook and Twitter, so you'll need to move to Mixer, Twitch, or YouTube. There's plenty of time for you to go do that and sign up for an account, which is free if you haven't done it already, so go do that now. Let's get our next tweet. I know we got our tweets from Angelica, Casey, and Chris, so let's try this one from Devin. Devin asks, what is your all-time favorite line of mystery minis? And Ashley, we'll start with you.
Oh, I gotta say, ad icons, like right off the bat.
Ooh.
So many cute ones there.
The Kool-Aid Man.
Yeah, I'd like to see him again, but you know.
Jean-Claude? It gets him every time.
I was like, who?
I love how it's taking.
Is there someone else on the call? The first thing that came to mind was the Star Wars mystery minis, because I know for a long time we had tried to make them or had been trying to figure out the right combination or opportunity to make them. When we finally did, I think we had a good selection. So, I feel like we got to get back to more minis. We have as many as we have the last few years.
I like it.
Dima?
I really like the Horizon Zero Dawn mystery minis.
Oh, those were cool.
Yeah, some of those robot designs were so good. So, highly like those.
Hilary?
I've got to go the Cuphead mystery minis because we saw so many characters that we didn't make as pops. So it's kind of like your only way of collecting some of those bosses that are super, super hard to deal with.
KP?
Yeah, I gotta agree with Hillary. The Cuphead was so what I got hired on with Funko last, I don't know, May, and I didn't understand how the mystery minis really worked and what the appeal was. So I started out with Cuphead, and it became a thing. And I got it immediately, and I understood the adrenaline rush and the endorphins and all that, and it was really sweet. And I actually have
Hey!
I got one. And this was
Nice.
actually, it became such an event that everybody kind of knew I was going down to the store to buy them. And it turned into such a sort of an event that people were participating. This was actually a gift from Aaron Treat, who was helping me finish my collection. And I just thought it was the sweetest thing. Big shout out to Aaron. This was like one
Shout
of
out
the
to
coolest,
Aaron.
Oh yeah,
one of the
shout out to
coolest
Aaron
things. Yeah.
Cheers, coolest.
This was
And
such
string.
a great part. And I treasure this. It goes on my desk.
Treat. Oh.
Good job, Hillary. I pointed the wrong way first. Fixed it.
Kyle, I thought you were gonna go. I knew it was either gonna be Cuphead or the Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah.
Looney
Well,
Tunes was
actually,
really
I don't have any of the Looney Tunes, and so the Warner Brothers line. I don't even know where to find them. I haven't started to try to get to the secondhand market on those, but for sure, like they look great as minis. I love them.
And you call yourself a fan.
I'm
just kidding.
a
I'm just
pathetic-
Those were out long before you started.
Yeah, for sure. I see them on people's desks and I get jealous, but it's fine.
You guys, y'all named a lot that I'm a fan of. I can't narrow it down to just one. I know that's cheating. I normally am pretty adamant about that, but like the very first ones came with Sully, and they were a very different design, and so I love those. I bought a couple of PDQs or boxes of those when they first came out to make sure I had all the Sullys, which I did, and Tinkerbell, and there were a bunch of other cool ones in there. But then Supernatural came out, and those are still probably my favorite. There's one that eludes me. It's Coach Dean, which eventually was made into a Hot Topic exclusive pop as well, but I still need that mystery mini to complete my set, and one day I will make it happen.
One day.
One day. All right, that was Devin's question. Great job, Devin. Thank you for that. Let's move on to one from Gary. Gary asks, what Funko Pop and T-shirt combo would each one of you make if you could? So let's assume no licensing restrictions. We can make whatever we want. What Pop and T combo would you want to see made? Ashley.
Oh, why do I always got to go first?
Yeah, that's
Take it
a
up with your
pretty hard one.
parents.
Tough.
Like the poster was not made, right? No license.
No restrictions. We can dream big. It sounds like Hex has an answer. Hex, you want to go now?
You'll just scream. You'll just scream in the camera.
I would probably do something sports related because we haven't really done any T-shirts for sports. Actually, I don't think we have done any at all. But I would do like I don't know, a Ken Griffey Jr., like a different mold than what we did for the giveaway, and like a matching.
Cameron?
Seems like wow, my gosh. I feel like there's a lot you could do with like musicians and artist merch with a T-shirt pop bundle. But it'd be pretty cool to do like some of the classic, like a Rolling Stone logo T-shirt with like the band, or like a series of Slipknot T-shirt pops with each different band member has their own shirt or something. It'd be kind of cool.
Dima?
I'm gonna go with the Mrs. Doubtfire. That'd be pretty sweet.
Wow.
Like with like a fire on the face.
Oh,
Wouldn't it be cool?
That's so
Wouldn't it be
good.
awesome?
You win.
Kyle has awarded you 1 million points for this round.
That is awesome.
I'll
That's
take it.
great. That's a great answer.
Hillary?
I really like what we're doing with the ad icons, where the packaging looks like the packaging from whatever the food or whatever it is that it comes in. So I think that having more of those would be cool. Like maybe a Snap, Crackle, and Pop would be really fun as a Pop and Tea combo.
KP?
So I'm a fan of The Simpsons, and what I would love to see is the Halloween episode where their skin turns inside out. I want all of those turned into pops, and then those have as a T-shirt, the whole family dancing at the end of that episode. Good. That's what.
You can see Kyle visualizing it. He's already giggling about how excited he is about it.
Yeah, it's so good.
Are you giggling at the future, Kyle? Of how excited he is, or
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just all around.
he's so excited?
It's very exciting.
I got a lot of fandoms, but I think I'd like to take it back to one we haven't touched in a while and bring back some new Firefly pops. And maybe a really cool pop and tee of Jane, and on the shirt, it would be like Jane with Jane's hat. Everybody knows Jane's hat from Firefly. I made a reference to it yesterday while we were chatting.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yes.
Ashley, have you seen Firefly?
No.
Yeah, unfortunately, Sully made it to 2 people who have not seen Firefly.
We were like,
It
I
felt bad. It's like,
I remind y'all it is Nathan Fillion's birthday and it would be a great
Nathan
day
Fillion.
to watch Firefly.
and we shouldn't be rude to him because he's in the chat right now.
Yeah.
He called in earlier. He made the effort.
Captain Mal, we got your back. I'll take care of it. I'll get Ashley and JCVC to watch.
okay.
JCVC. Oh,
Remember what time you were on Predator set?
oh my God.
All right, great
Remember that
question,
time.
Gary. And this will be our last one from this round. Before I bring it up on the screen, just a reminder, we're going to do a giveaway here in a moment. Be sure you're on Twitch, Mixer, or YouTube, or all three. I mean, if you want to be on all three, go for it. Next question from Jason. If you could have your own fun Ben & Jerry's ice cream, what would you call it, and what would be in it? I meant to put some thought into this one before we went live. Do we have any volunteers who might want to go first? Kyle, you were looking away, which means you don't have an answer prepared.
Right, so let's go right to me.
Yeah.
Spicy garlic. Yeah, I
He
think the
was doing this.
spicy garlic, pickled garlic would be a lovely, delicious flavor for everybody to enjoy via Ben & Jerry's. It'd be called pickled garlic.
Vampire Hunter.
Ooh, Kyle.
Kyle's pickled garlic ice.
Yeah.
I feel like that may be really good. I can't tell.
I think it
Yeah.
could.
Or
Yeah.
be like a kombucha flavor. I could do a kombucha flavor and name it, I don't know, Cambucha.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
Does Cam have something to say about this one?
I think he fully endorses it, right?
Oh yeah. I totally. In terms of a flavor, I think it would be fun to do like a black licorice base. So I'm a huge black licorice fan.
Right.
Of course, got to get some pretzel in there.
Ooh.
No doubt.
You know, I do like the idea of having some kind of like spicy element too. So this is going to be a total mess, but just some kind of like pepper habanero kind of thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll test that one out.
You know they make like a spicy chocolate that you can buy in chocolate bars that already has like a little little pepper flavor. That'd be good mixed
So-
in there.
Put a little pepper on it.
A little
Ashley,
Are there savory ice creams? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you gone to Salt and Straw? They have some really weird
I have. but
flavor, or they sound really weird, but they're always really good.
the last time I went there, they had a flavor that incorporated like pig's blood and
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
like turkey and stuff, and they had,
Oh.
like,
I've never
Thanksgiving
tried
dinner
those.
flavor and stuff. Like
Are they
they're-
good?
that sounds like
They're-
something you'd find in the South.
I would say that sometimes they're good. I mean, whenever I've had them, they're good, but it's not ice cream.
Okay.
It's a
Just
frozen
cold
dinner.
It's like a frozen concoction, but it's not. In my mind, that's not ice cream.
I like it when it's something savory, but it makes it into a sweet ice cream flavor. Like, you know, I wonder how like Thai peanut sauce could be incorporated into ice cream
Yeah.
because I really love Thai peanut sauce. a
That's a
lot.
great idea.
How about Dima?
I'm actually gonna go with the best tasting Russian ice cream, so Russian ice cream flavor or something. It's Hillary probably knows it's very delicious,
It's
You have-
very good.
and for the name of it, I don't know, probably like holy Esther, like star. This is good. That would be the taste.
If you guys are wondering what the flavor is, it's like vanilla pretty much, but it's so much more than that. It tastes like butter. It's just like butter ice cream.
My goodness.
It's not
so
ice
good.
cream. It's more like ice butter.
Mhm.
It's really good.
Some
It's
ice
dark
butter.
yellow and it's just butter.
I was
It's
on
very
board
good.
until you called it iced butter, and then you just lost me.
Hey,
You-
I
that
ate
lost
some
you?
morning hot dogs for you, man. You can eat some ice butter, right?
All right, how about Hillary?
I'm gonna say I would like a circus themed ice cream, and I would go with and this may be disgusting, but I just need to try it to know. I would go with a peanut butter and jelly swirl with cotton candy flavored ice cream.
Whoa. What would you call that?
The circus.
Just
Nice.
I like it. That works. Lots of colorful print on the outside.
Oh yeah.
Ashley, I bought you some time. What you got for
No,
us?
I still don't really have an answer. I don't eat a lot of ice cream, but when I do, I usually just go like cookie dough or cookies and cream or something like that. So
Mm,
I don't
love
like when
cookies
there's
and
a
cream.
ton of stuff in ice cream. It's usually too sweet for me. So I don't really have, I suppose.
I like a lot of different ice creams and gelato, but I really like. There was a flavor from Ben and Jerry's. Yeah, you see me. I like to eat. There was a flavor of Ben and Jerry's at one point called One Sweet World. It was a limited edition one that was made by, endorsed by Dave Matthews Band. I don't know why that has anything to do with it, but it had like coffee ice cream with caramel.
Ooh,
And
okay, that
cool.
sounds good.
some other
That
stuff
sounds
in
really
there.
good.
I want something like that with coffee, ice cream, caramel, some sort of cookie or chocolate in there for sure. Maybe some chocolate swirl inside of it. And then I want it, since it's a lot of coffee and it wakes you up, I want it to be something like Fast and Furious themed. So like
Nice.
Furious Scream.
Neon
Nice.
green container.
Yeah, that's it. Furious Scream. There'd be a Tokyo Drift limited
It's
edition version.
Furious Scream.
It's all one word.
Yes, because
Just
you're
one
ice
S.
cream for ice cream.
Furious
Okay.
Scream.
I thought you were sorry. I thought that you were saying
You
Furious.
scream ice cream. We all scream for Furious Scream.
There it is.
Furious Scream.
And you're back as our writing guy. You got it.
Sully, I just had an idea. If the Fast and the Furious movies were beers, one would be called Tokyo Draft.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Get
patent
it.
pending. I'm going to go ahead and grab up the URL for that right now.
What? What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'll go down to my friends at St. Arnold's and we'll make something happen.
What are you gonna do?
Don't ask questions, just invest. That's all. You just give me the money when I ask for the money.
I can't argue with that. The pitch is don't ask questions, just invest.
Money, please.
TokyoDraft.com to buy your Fast and Furious screen.
Yeah, the first 100 investors get your name on the can. It'll be really tiny, but
Oh, I can't argue with that.
yeah, you want to be part
I
of
kinda
this.
need it
Come
now.
on. Okay, we are going to pivot over to a giveaway, and I've got that queued up and ready to go, I believe. Let me find that screen. Yep. So what we're going to do is give away a Funko Funcast prize pack that will include a Funcast t-shirt, a Social Media Freddy phone.
Phone boy?
No, but yeah, phone, not coffee.
Every time you
Where's
say
the
that,
camera?
I think that we're giving away like an iPhone.
We are not, but maybe one day. That would be really cool. You're going to get a Funcast button, Funcast stickers, and maybe even another surprise or two that I won't reveal here because we're not at the office. We'll have to go back and raid our prize room. To enter, I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes again on Mixer, Twitch, and YouTube, and all you will have to do is type in !raffle starting right meow. !raffle, and the instructions should come up in the chat as soon as it launches. Yep, I see it come up from Streamlabs in case you guys want to know how to enter. There it is, and I see the entries rolling in now. Lots of Twitch users, lots of Mixer users.
Rolling.
Where are my
You
YouTubers?
see Fergus.
His
Look at him.
my headphones got stuck in his tail.
And now the YouTubers are coming in.
Make sure
What's a serious work from home problem?
Is there a microphone there or no?
Easy.
Dima.
Show your face.
We're all adults here.
Oh, there. He almost looked at us. Come on, Ferg.
Yeah,
You can
he
do
knows
it.
what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
Oh,
Can I just say though before I forget, Sully, there was a comment by Captain Morgan's talking about your Tokyo draft, and it was Fast and the Furious,
Oh.
which I
like
thought
it.
which I thought was pretty good.
Wait, was that
worth
the
mentioning?
Captain Morgan? Like, got any captain in you?
I don't know. It was with a Z, so I doubt it.
Could be. Could be.
All right,
Fast
3
Tiberius.
minutes and 40 seconds to enter. You only need to type it once, and I already see we have almost 600 entries already, so you guys are killing it. Oh, it just passed 600. If you want to enter on all 3 platforms, feel free to jump between them, but you'll need to hang around for when we announce the winner here in 3 minutes and 25 seconds so that I can send you info on how to claim your prize. And while we're waiting on that, I think we will go ahead and grab one of our questions that would have been for round 3 to answer. So Jed sent in a question and said, who would you rather be in isolation with, Baby Groot or Baby Yoda? And we'll do reverse order this time since we were picking on Ashley. So that means
Well, I know the answer now.
Kyle. Well, that's how that works. Kyle is up first.
So I'm gonna have to say Baby Yoda. Not that I'm all that much of a Star Wars fan. I really like The Mandalorian, even though I have several episodes still to go. I feel like you can
What?
kind of. I know there's a lot to watch, but I feel like you could train him, or at least convince him to do cool tricks with, like, the telepathy and all that jazz. Whereas Groot would just, say the same thing a lot. Might drive you a little nuts. Everybody else seems to get very frustrated with him on that ship, so I would assume that being quarantined with him would be wildly frustrating.
All right. Actually, I should have been first. Sorry about that, Kyle and Ashley. So for that one, let's see. I think I'd have to hang out with Baby Yoda. He's just too adorable. I'd get him a whole bunch of those little silver knobs that he likes and just have those spread throughout the house so he has something to play with it all the time.
As long as it's not with your katanas, I think you're good.
And my frog farm has to go somewhere else so they'll be safe.
You have to Baby Yoda proof your house.
Yes,
Oh my God.
absolutely. It'll be a force-free
That's good.
zone.
That's really fun.
All right, how about you, Hillary?
Force free. You say me?
Yep.
Oh, hello.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm Hillary. I also have to go with Baby Yoda. He's just so cute, and I feel like even if he had some hijinks or kind of wandered off for broth, I would have to forgive him because he's just so cute. I agree with Kyle.
Wandered off for broth.
Yeah.
The old broth wander.
I feel like Groot, while he's adorable and amazing, is probably would get on my nerves a little bit.
Although I am seeing here, though, from Frandom90, if you understood Groot's language, you might feel
Oh.
differently. So
If I could understand, I'm
totally.
still gonna have to go to with Baby Yoda because I basically adopted a cat that looks like Baby Yoda because I thought Baby Yoda was so cute. So my answer.
Speaking of the cat, looks like Dima's giving a good pet right now. Dima, what's your answer?
Well, I'm playing because he is very loud, so I have to distract him. I haven't watched Mandalorian, so I don't know anything about Baby Yoda. All I've seen just pictures, and I know that he's doing some things that babies do, which I'm very like. Meh. So I'm gonna
Things
go
that
with
babies
Groot.
do.
Yeah,
The
I
thing-
know, I'm not.
You know, he do what baby do.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go with.
I'm
Baby
glad
Groot.
babies can't do what he can do.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does. All I see is just a bunch of memes doing weird stuff. So that's as much as I know about Baby Yoda.
I'm surprised that wasn't enough to entice you. Cam.
I mean, first and foremost, as long as it's not Baby Nut, I think we're good. I think between the two, like, I think for Baby Groot, is it potted Baby Groot? Is it like I just put him right by my computer and work, and he hangs out and like
That's
dances?
On your shoulder.
That's a valid point. He
I'm-
won't be
I'm
running
good
around.
with that. But if it's mobile Baby Groot, I mean, do you remember Guardians 2? How that opens? Like,
Yeah.
he's
The
supposed to take
teenager.
around.
Teenager
It's before he's a horrible teen. That's the
Yeah.
word. Groot. He's actually just like a kid jumping around and dancing. He waves to Gamora at one point. Like, it's Baby Groot can be pretty cute. I might actually lean towards Baby Groot in a pot, like potted plant Baby Groot, over Baby Yoda, who I have no control over
Hot
whatsoever.
take. That is a hot take.
Yeah. Well, I think we're all united in the fact that Baby Nut is the worst baby.
Agreed.
So I feel comfortable having a different choice.
I kind of like Baby Nut.
And Ashley.
What did you just say, Dima?
I like it.
Oh.
I don't mind him either.
And Ashley, what was your answer?
Oh, it's the child, clearly. And he would have, I would get him a closet full of adorable Madewell sweaters. He would have more than just
Aw.
one.
Would you make them?
No, because I can't do that, but someone else would.
Lots of comments in the chat. A lot of people sided with the Baby Yoda, but there was some Groot love in there as well,
There's got to be some good love.
for sure.
Groot love.
Okay, our timer ran out a couple minutes ago, so we are done taking entries. We almost reached the magical 777 entries. We got 754. So close.
Wow.
One day we'll make that happen.
I just noticed what you changed my name to.
Oh, did you see that?
What are you doing over there?
I was going to call it out in a minute, but...
well, somebody in the chat mentioned it.
I have too much power over here. All right, I'm going to pick my 2 winners for the... did I mention we're picking 2 winners? Did I say that up front?
2 winner pickers?
2 winners will be picked. My first winner, and if you won in one of our previous ones, I will repick. Like, and by that I mean like the last 2 lives. All right, I'm gonna pick. First winner is BNO Bach 13 on Twitter. Let me write that down. That's BNO Bach 13. And in a couple of minutes, when we're doing another segment, I will send you a. I'll try to send you a whisper BNO Bach. If not, we'll figure out how to get you the info to claim your prize. And then I'm gonna pick another winner. Oh, good. BNO Bach is with us and said, "Oh, thanks." I'm gonna pick another winner, and that winner is Aching Gorgon 86 on Mixer. So let me make a note of that. Aching Gorgon.
Gorgon, is that a video game? What is that, Gorgon? What is that?
Like Gorgonzola, the cheese. I don't
Isn't a Gorgon like a Titan
Gorgonzola.
from
Sorry.
What were you saying?
I think it's Gorgonzola like the cheese.
Hillary was actually knows the answer.
He said, I think it's a Titan from Greek mythology.
Or that.
Yeah. Someone's like Gorgon is like the male version of Medusa, as Jay Coke says. But with our luck, it's neither of those things because it's like never what we actually guess for it to be.
I like Gorgonzola though. He fights you with the stink of cheese instead of eyes that turn you to stone.
With a cheese? He fights with cheese?
Yeah, cheese stink because he's Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola.
Okay.
Hillary has spoken. I like that.
I'll
Sully,
take that now.
I didn't even say that.
Sully, can you confirm that the winner was from Twitch, not Twitter?
Oh, yes, you're correct. I'm sorry. I got the TW part of it, but Twitter was not eligible. So, yes, you're right.
I know what you meant. I think there's just some questions in the chat about it.
My bad, folks. It was BNO Bach 13 on Twitch.
They were like, what?
After he told us repeatedly that we weren't eligible?
And he was like, well, there's like one entry on Twitter, so.
Bach is like, yeah!
All right, I'm going to work on sending whispers to our winners. And while I do that, let's do our show and tell. Before we started, we each were to pick an item, whether it's a Funko-related item or something else that we like, to do a little show and tell on. And would anyone like to volunteer to go first on that?
I'll go first. Oh, Kyle, go.
Nope, Dima does.
Nope.
This is what happened.
We all go at the same time.
We all go at the same time. Okay,
no,
3,
no.
2,
1.
I'm doing it? Oh, I was gonna commit. Oh, so was Ashley. I saw her.
Wait, should we all play rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first?
All pick different times when to go.
Let's just do the alphabetical thing.
Oh.
Kyle, go, baby. Or Ashley.
Right?
What?
I could hear that all day.
Ashley, go.
I have a flocked snowball from LA Comic Con. I want to say this is 2017 or 16. Sully would know. Whenever that show came.
2017 or 2018, right?
Yeah, I think 18.
18? Is that new?
Yes.
I didn't think it was that new. But anyways, I did have a huge Rick and Morty collection at my desk at one point, and this was part of it.
Well, that's a good segue to if someone wanted to check that out, they could download the Funko app. I just put up the little graphic on the screen.
There you go.
And they could look it up and find it for themselves.
Look at that.
Look at that graph.
That's
Ick.
That's a Dima.
I didn't create it, but I definitely put it in place, so I'll take that credit.
Dima gets the other credit.
Who's up next in show and tell?
Nothing.
No.
Who's up next for show and tell? Let's go with Jean-Claude Van Cam.
All right. You asked for it. So one thing, it's a small but mighty show and tell. Star Wars Celebration fans might remember the Kylo Ren.
Oh my gosh.
There he is.
Ooh.
Where's
Now-
Simone?
I think that might have triggered like hundreds of Star Wars fans to now burst into my office and start tackling me for it. But here's the Kylo Ren pin that was available in the Funko booth at Star Wars Celebration like 2017, 2016. Sully, do you remember?
I think it's 2017 because
Well,
the last
I
one
think
was
you're right.
2018. Yeah, because it was
Yeah,
every other.
every other. That's correct.
Yeah, there's that little baby. Little did we know.
All right, before we move on to Dima, just want to let Aching Gorgon 86 know that there's a whisper for you over in Mixer, so you should have instructions on claiming your prize. And for our winner on Twitch, BNO Bach 13, I just had to put a general message out for you with instructions, so go follow those. All right, Dima, what you got?
Well, I have a pop in here in my hands right here that I really like because it makes me smile a lot, and it's
That was the cat.
and they got some like
Oh yeah.
Bluetooth maximums to the full form. Excuse me, sir.
But let me get a look at that.
The cat
Yeah.
thinks it's a snack.
I like him. It always makes me smile.
How about
I
you,
like
Cat
Hillary?
colors,
is
I like the
freaking
pose.
out.
Whoa!
Was that a panther?
Yep.
Yeah.
By Odeon. Hillary, you're up.
All right. I have this little pinhead Dorbs.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
So the little story behind this was that when I applied for, and I just noticed my fingers are bright orange because I've been eating mandarins. So apologies. if
I thought for sure you were
put
going
my
to say
fingers
Cheetos.
directly into the camera and they're orange. It's because I've been eating oranges. When I applied and had my interview at Funko, I was asked what my favorite character was, and I talked about how my first pop was the Pinhead Pop, and they gave me the Dorbs after my interview, and then I got the job. So I always remember that, and I have it on my desk.
Your good luck pinhead.
Yeah.
All right. How about Kyle needs to finish The Mandalorian, sir? How about you?
Yeah. So when I started last year, I was pretty addicted to Cheers. Still am, but I finished the seasons twice, and then we just so happened to release these bad boys.
Yeah,
Oh
look
my
at them.
gosh.
And
Wow.
they sit in front of the TV and they watch me when I watch Cheers.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
I absolutely love it.
That's
And
awesome.
They're delightful.
That's amazing.
This is the best line. It's not finished. They still need Frasier and Carla and a couple other characters, but I was so pleased when they came out with this. This was like one of my first collections.
Are
that I-
those
What is it mounted on?
glued to that or just sitting on there?
They're silly putty because I took the homework very seriously, and every time I initially started off with a cutting board and they would just fall over, and the putty wasn't working, so they're actually on this weird let's see, Big Lebowski. Whoop, there goes one Big Lebowski picture.
All right.
That's right.
And for moi, I got a two-parter. One of my favorite lines when they came. No offense, Dima. I know how you feel about bad Russian accents, but Ivan Drago from Rocky IV, that whole series of Rocky Pops were some of my absolute favorites. The second they were announced, I jumped on and ordered the entire set. This was back in like 2013, I think. So I have the whole set of those, but then I went a step further, and a year later on Gemini, this little bad boy here, the all-white Ivan Drago Proto appeared, and I spent quite a bit of money on that, but I was very, very happy to make that my first prototype purchase, and I will never regret it. I think that is one of the coolest pops that Funko has ever made. I need to figure out what artist designed that so I can get them to sign it if they're still at Funko. I just love that piece. I actually wrote a whole article about my process of purchasing it and took a bunch of photos back when I first got it to share with other people who just weren't familiar with prototypes. And boy, got a lot of questions on that. I see Emo Go-Go in the chat. Holy smokes, a proto. Easy with the language, Emo. So anyway, those are some of my favorites. Did we get to everybody?
think so.
I think we
Yeah.
did. Okay, cool. All right, and that was show and tell. We've got a couple questions left. Cool stuff we saw last week, which we might skip just for time's sake. So let's do a couple questions and our BDJs, our bad dad jokes, and then we will get on out of here. Let me move to our last two questions. I'll put one of those on the screen. Let me take down the social media links and bring up our tweet from Ryan. Oh, I already like this one. It is too small for me to make out on the screen. Oh, now I can read it over here. Okay, from Ryan, a.k.a. Asian Tony Stark. The Funcast crew is plotting a heist and needs 6 getaway drivers, one for each of us. Which fictional wheelman would be driving you? And he put in a rule that I am not allowed to choose Han from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
Ooh, there are rules in there?
Just for me. Thanks, Ryan. Just kidding. Let's start with Hillary on this one.
Well, I did not. I want to answer that my wheelman would be you, Sully, but if it's a person for each of us, I don't know if that works because you have the most Fast and the Furious knowledge. So I feel like you would be a good wheelman. If it can't be you, it's got to be your orange hat.
Good call.
What makes that really interesting is the orange hat is actually a car, so you just jump in and it'll take you wherever you need to go.
That's perfect.
How about you, Ashley?
Guys, can you hear that cat?
I would go
Yeah.
from
yeah.
Fast and the Furious, Brian O'Connor, because he's nice to look at, so I'd be looking at him the whole time.
That is a valid reason. KP needs to finish Mandalorian. How about you, sir?
Oh God, I don't have a good answer for this because I wasn't prepared. But just going off my quick rundown of movie knowledge, I'd go with Jason Statham,
Ooh,
Transporter.
Yes.
He just all business, handsome fella, gets the job done, puts bullets in people when you need him to. I trust him. Trust him in my life.
Puts bullets in people when you need them to.
Just place them gently.
He just shoves them really hard into everybody.
Punches a bullet in.
That's great.
God, he would.
Dima, how about you?
I'll go with a Corbin Dallas from Fifth Element. He'll be my getaway driver.
Ooh, multi-pass.
Corbin, dude, that's a good one.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll go with him.
And how about JCVC?
Thank you. Probably, there's a lot of storied fictional wheelmen that would be helpful, but nobody more helpful than Stuart Little. No one's in that little car.
Nice.
No
I
one's
thought for
in that
sure
little
you were
red
going to
car.
say Baby Driver.
The driver baby is good, but
I thought you were going to say Pikachu.
Baby Driver is like a top 3 baby if we're talking about like
Baby Groot, Baby Yoda,
Groot, Baby Yoda, Baby Driver.
Baby Driver.
But if we're talking about wheelmen, I'm going with Stuart Little. No one's thinking about it.
No.
That is valid.
I was actually thinking about Baby Driver, but then it dawned on me that I could go bigger. I could go bolder. I'm going to go Universal. I'm going to go space. I'm going to go Han in the Millennium Falcon.
Mhm.
If I want to get away,
You just different Han.
I just chose a different Han.
You can only choose Han.
He specifically said not Han from Fast and Furious, so I'm safe.
All right, I guess that's a technicality.
But what if both Hans were in the Millennium Falcon? I'd watch that. That's a good buddy cop show right there.
Oh.
All right. And our final question before we get to the bad dad jokes comes from Sarah. Sarah says, if you could wish one thing into existence in your home for the duration, I assume, of our current state, what would it be? Let's start with Dima.
Can you repeat the question, please? I was breaking up a cat fight.
If you could wish one thing
Dang it,
into
look-
existence
yeah,
in
come
your
here.
home, what would it be?
I'm sorry, you had to do it again because he just.
If you could wish,
I have a full life here. What's happening?
if you could wish one thing into existence in your home for the duration of our current state, what would it be?
A convention, a con, full-on con. That'd be sweet.
At your home?
Bring it on, baby.
Bold
I
move.
don't
Cotton.
condone that.
Yeah.
That's a good
I just-
whistle, Sully.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So
Neither that or Starship Trooper armor. That was pretty sweet.
How about you,
I don't
KP?
know.
Oh god. There's a real thing that I could actually get and wish right now would be like a pinball. Just like Medieval Madness pinball machine would make me so happy.
It's on
But
brand.
since it's kind of like a genie wish, I don't know, just like a sweet bowling alley. That'd be I'd like that, or a tank. Just like a miniature sized tank that I can fit in my living room.
Tank.
So, a pinball machine, a bowling alley, or a tank.
Yeah.
I feel like we're playing the weirdest game of bingo ever.
Like a third option. Like,
Yeah.
or as an afterthought,
Yeah.
pick it up at the checkout line.
Yeah, just like it's there. Like, I guess if I have the opportunity, like, why not take a tank?
Yeah, you'd be a fool not to.
All right, how about you, Cameron?
I mean, probably just like some kind of gym. I mean, I've been running outside and that's great, but I really do I feel like I'm like just sitting so much, like kind of something in my home to get me kind of up and active,
How about from the dynamic duo of Quincy and Ashley?
Oh,
A gym, but like hands down. This is awesome.
Out of all the things?
Yeah.
I don't.
Out of all
Yes.
Or I
And-
guess if I had to, like an X-wing or something, I don't know.
If you had to.
Yeah, the checkout line answer.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hillary?
Dima and I were talking about this yesterday, and I would go Dance Dance Revolution
Ooh.
because that's
That's cool.
exercise and a game, and I haven't played that in a very long time.
All I can think about is watching Grandma's Boy now.
But before you guys all
Excellent
said
movie.
exercise, I was going to say a giant chocolate fountain, and then now I feel bad, so I went with an exercise option.
Just turn your house into the Wonka factory.
Well, you don't want to mess up your hard pants,
My hard pants are
Not the hard
struggling.
pants.
I also need something more than the occasional run outside, but instead of I was thinking like a Peloton, which I dig those, but then you only get the one exercise. I think I want the whole VR setup from the end of Ready Player One that he has with the circle motion wheel, so I can exercise in whatever way I want virtually. I
A
think
few
that
more
would be
years,
fun.
man. That'll be a thing.
You
Dima
can
actually brought
exercise
over
in VR now.
Dima brought his
And-
VR headset over, and I got to try it, and that was one of the most amazing things I have ever attempted. I want one so bad, but
Just
unfortunately,
get one of those on a treadmill. You're all set.
right?
There's also Dima plays the boxing game, and that is crazy.
quite a
Someone's just
workout.
Oh, yeah.
someone is just punching at you. In
Whenever I
3D.
remove my headset, I have like red line right here, and I'm just covered in sweat, just like. Ugh.
The
It's
same headset
disgusting.
I put on last Saturday. Has that thing
Yeah.
Oh
been
no! See, I
wiped
put
down?
like a thing over it, so I can sweat in it as much as I want to.
Mhm.
All right, good answers, good questions. Thank you to everybody who sent in questions. More than likely, we'll be doing the same thing next Friday. So if you have a question for us that we didn't get to answer today, and you can tell by the style of questions that we've been answering, it's not going to be, will we ever make something? These are conversational, fun questions. So get those ready, and the next Friday when we prompt you again, feel free to drop those on Twitter, and you might get featured much like Sarah, Ryan, Jed, Jason, Gary, Devin, Chris, Casey, and Angelica did this week.
Nice.
I only know that because I had a little square for each one of them on my little stream deck here, and I could read the names off. All right, we're going to finish things up now with a Bad Dad Joke segment brought to you by Jean-Claude Van Cam.
I love it.
Do it.
So happy that's sticking.
All right, so this is truly bad dad jokes that came from a dad. So my father-in-law sent like a huge list of these last Friday and just received nothing but eye roll emojis back for about 24 hours. So here's what we have that we could read here. What's the difference between COVID-19 and Romeo and Juliet? One's the coronavirus and the other is a Verona crisis.
I like it.
Finland just closed its borders. You know what that means? No one will be crossing the finish line.
Ooh.
Did you hear the joke about the germ? Never mind, I don't want to spread it around. Where do sick boats go to get healthy? The dock. I ran out of.
I was waiting
you
for
gotta
it.
give a minute.
I was waiting for it.
Sorry. I ran out of toilet paper and had to start using old newspapers. Times are rough.
Ooh, that could become reality.
What do you call panic? What do you call panic buying of sausage and cheese in Germany? The worst case scenario.
I love it.
If there's a baby boom 9 months from now, what will happen in 2033? There will be a whole bunch of quarantines.
Oh.
Love that one.
Just let that one wash over you. The grocery stores in France look like tornadoes hit them. All that's left is debris. Kyle, you really do make the difference in these.
He does.
I'm like I'm the laugh track.
I was gonna say we'll record him and use it for future episodes in case he's not there.
Oh my god! And then
They're
the
so
last
funny.
one. The last one is so many coronavirus jokes out there. It's a pandemic.
I like it.
Best response other than Kyle was over on YouTube. Duke Maxwell straight up dropped the red angry face about to puke emoji.
You're so funny.
Oh, so good. So good. Times are rough, Hillbilly Pop says. He's going back to that one. Great bad dad jokes. Thank you to Cam and Cam's dad for those. Nice contribution. And I think that's going to wrap it up for the week. We went a little bit over, but hey, I think this week worked way better than last week. No audio issues. My college education at lunchtime paid off.
Nice work, Sally.
Thank you, sirs.
Yeah,
All
nice
right.
work,
Well
Sully.
done, sir.
I think we'll get out of here, so everybody sign off real quick in alphabetical order, starting with Ashley.
I will not be tamed.
Keep popping.
Live deliciously.
Gotta go with what you know.
Bye-bye.
Nailed it. This is very nice.
Nerds unite. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.